And there's actually a hotel at Dog Patch that's going to be open that we can. I got to talk to him and find out the prices, but
yeah, but it'll definitely
it'll
definitely
really
be a lot cheaper
and it's right
rate
there at
than
Dog Patch.
Yeah,
perfect. Like I said, because it's time's a wasting now.
Yeah, and it's right on the property. It's literally like right on the top of the hill of the park. So it's not even that far. It's like maybe a minute away.
You could walk.
Yeah, it's not even that far. Wanted. And they have a restaurant they're trying to get up and going to that will be also to help everybody, you know. So
wonderful.
Yeah, and also this Saturday we will be adding an option to sponsor the Paracon. If you would like, of course, there will be different perks and such for sponsors, extra perks that they get for sponsoring the Paracon. Now, in that sense, we haven't got all those details worked out, but if you watch out on the website by Saturday, this coming Saturday evening, we should have the sponsorship information posted on the Paracon page as well.
Perfect. So make sure you share that, and we'll make sure that we share it with the listeners. So if they're interested, we'll have it out there.
One other thing, briefly, real quick, too, is we are selling the VIP tickets, of course. We've already got a couple of those sold. Those are limited. So if it's something that you're interested in, you might want to look into go ahead and getting those tickets, because once they're full, then it'll be shut down and there won't be any more spots open.
So the big question I would have is, why is Dogpatch USA haunted?
Oh.
All right, you ready for this, researcher? Get it, Sherika.
That's what I said, Sherika.
So the story behind it, we're talking with Mr. Bud Pelser. He's the one that actually owns Dogpatch, or the property that Dogpatch was on now. Back before it was an amusement park, it was said that it was an Indian burial ground, started out. They came in and bulldozed down the Indian burial ground.
No, before that. It dates back before that.
The town?
Yeah, before that it was a town.
The burial ground was first. Mm-mm. Okay, so it was a surviving. I had it backwards. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It was a town. Had the post office, the whole 9 yards.
And the town, mind you, the town was made by Indian medicine man.
Yeah, it was founded by an Indian medicine man. And then once the town, I guess, kind of collapsed and went under, it was an Indian burial ground. And then they come in and bulldozed down the burial ground and turned it into the amusement park. And then at one point, the amusement park, it went back and forth on the city name and this and that. And it was a lot of conflict of interest. But they finally got it settled and got a post office built, and it became a different town. And then the amusement park went under, and so did, it pretty much made the town, was the amusement park and the hotel and the restaurant and the stuff that was there and associated with the amusement park. So it's actually been two different towns and an Indian burial ground as well.
It's the land that's basically haunted.
And you got to think, I don't know if y'all cuss on your show or not, but
no, we don't.
All right.
Good to know.
Yeah, that's why I always make sure. But no, in that sense, I think Indian burial ground wise, I think that's a lot to do with the haunting when they bulldoze those Indian burial grounds to build Dogpatch. It probably angered some Indian spirits, for sure.
Most likely. If the poltergeist isn't an indication of that, And me being Native American, I would say if somebody messes with my grave, I'm gonna be messing with your Cheerios every morning.
Right.
I'm Native American too, and I think, for anybody, regardless of nationality, that's going to be one of the biggest disrespects. But as well, for Native Americans, they're very ritual and very
spiritual and all that too.
Spiritual. So to just go in and bulldoze it down, and
sad.
not doing the proper rituals of moving the bodies or, stuff like that just adds to it.
Mhm.
It does all kinds of stuff. I mean, just the disrespect in itself. So, we do have some questions that are going to go back to before we took on the break. It has to do with equipment. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to ask those questions. What is your group's take on the SLS camera?
Oh,
definitely want to get
one.
Yes. We done a joint investigation with Rick out of Colorado. He came down. It wasn't his whole group. It was just him came down, and he had the SLS, and we were doing an investigation at a place in Fort Smith called the Clayton House. Love that location. But on the SLS camera, we were talking about getting one, and he brought his, kind of let us check it out and see exactly what it was. And there was one room where the one of the guides that works there was sitting in a room, and there was like 5 or 6 different entities that popped up next to her and was sitting in there with her, and it's really, really exciting.
We caught it on our live feed, so it was pretty cool. We were all like freaking out because it was awesome. We're like, oh my god, look at it!
Yeah, it was the only time I ever seen anything like that.
I've seen
from
maybe
that
1 or
SLS.
2. I think we've never seen more than 2 on there. So
There was.
Go ahead.
I think that we only seen 1 or 2 on. I mean, when we because we have one that we rigged up on our computer, kind of the same way. It's not the same, but we kind of made it like where we have a connect to our computer.
Yeah, and a Connect will only pick up two entities, where an SLS will pick up to 6.
Yeah, we're like, okay, we see one, we're like, cool, that's cool. There's 2, okay. Then there's like all of a sudden there's like 5 or 6, and we're like, whoa, we've never seen that many. So.
And it was cool because we were asking, can you come in here and sit? 'Cause there was one that was staying in the room with the lady.
Yeah.
And we was like, do you have any friends that's here with you?
Nope.
Can y'all come in here and sit with her and communicate with us?
Cool.
And it was right after we asked that they all just they responded and come in and sat down with her. And it was
and there was one sitting at the table. Like there was a table and there, it was sitting on the chair. It was so cool. It was awesome. Now we're like, we definitely want one. So.
Those 2 questions, well, basically you answered 2 questions in one there from Carl from CC Paranormal Team, because he says he watched your YouTube video on your Connect, and he's going, what do you think of their Connect? I watched their YouTube video, and it's like, oh wow, that was very interesting. So you guys just answered that question by your hooping and hollering there. So I got that. So his other question is what equipment do you use for your radio software or extra equipment? Do you use anything other than Spreaker for your software?
In that case, we mainly just use Spreaker and Skype. And we use Lauren has a microphone. I mean, we use a microphone, studio mic, but other than that, there's not really a whole lot differently that we use. Well, I mean, really, that's all you need, though, to run a podcast. We have done some of our podcasts on YouTube. Now, when it comes to YouTube, whenever you do the 2 simultaneously, there's a program that we use. I'm trying to think of the name of it, but it's a program basically where you can stream to YouTube as well as do the podcast all through one. And that one, the reason we stopped using it as much is because it seemed to slow everything down a lot.
It does.
Even on the fastest Wi-Fi that we had, 100 megs a second or whatever it is, it was still very laggy because YouTube takes so much data.
Yeah,
and
it drags.
So much, it drags so much of the speed. Yeah.
It's the video. It's because it has to load the image, and it takes so long to load that image that it just drags down your bandwidth. And unless you're if you have a T1, you'll be fine. But if you don't have a T1, you're not doing it. So if I did this at work, I'd be great. I'd be golden because I have a T1 line at work, but at home, I don't. So,
and where me and Dwayne live is like way out in the middle of nowhere. Like our internet here is horrible. So a lot of times, Lauren does our hosting for us because she has a lot better internet, but it's still just the setup that we have now is about the best with that we can do with what we're working with.
It's probably CenturyLink, but that's a whole other problem.
Yep, that's the only one we can get, and they
don't complain because I work for CenturyLink, and I can't do nothing about it. And you're out of my region.
A lot of it too is like where we live. I mean, that's the only one that we get, and I'm thankful for that. But even where we live, they can't even offer us their highest packages because they can't.
Yeah, they only offer their lowest. That's it. That's all we can get.
Oh my gosh. I could live there.
Like I said, I already know because you guys used to be my region until we restructured. But yeah, it's the node. You're too far from the node.
Yep.
And we're the provider of last resort.
But I'm thankful that we can at least get that. That's better than nothing. So.
Oh yeah. Otherwise, you're getting HughesNet, which is even more ridiculous in price.
Oh yeah, and HughesNet, they cap out at 20 gigs. Once you hit 20 gigs or 25 gigs total internet usage, they shut you down.
And the deposit alone, like they sent me all these flyers of, free installation, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, well, let me call and, just kind of see. And they were like, well, it's $450 deposit, but the installation's free. Well, give me the deposit for free and I'll pay the installation.
And I averaged it out. I averaged it out to what they offer, the 20 gigs or 25 gigs a month of high speed, and it's like 3 streaming Netflix movies a week, and you've maxed out.
Oh well,
and
thank goodness that we got your business through CenturyLink. I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's y'all are hands down way better than HughesNet will ever be.
Oh yeah.
So now CenturyLink owes me some money for advertising for them.
There you go.
There you go.
They can just add it to my paycheck. So
that's right.
You know what, guys?
Take a little bit off my bill.
Oh, I wish. I don't even have. I'm the person that just monitors how much they're spending in everybody's area, so I can't help.
Oh wow.
So I don't even know what services we offer. So, but you know what, everybody, we're at our next commercial break. So this one's a 2-minute break. And so if you guys want to run to whatever, if Bacon needs a walk or something, you better do it fast. And so that's it. But, you guys are listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. We will be back in 2 minutes, and you guys get your questions out there. Because it sounds to me like they're trying to keep me from talking because I'm sick again. So they're trying to help me out on this. So let them do it. And if you're over there in the Spreaker chat, thank you so much for being there. And if you have any questions, please ask them. I will ask them and get them answered.
I'm in the chat as well too under the Paranormal Parallax Network. That's us as well.
I saw that. So come on, guys, ask those questions. Let's get those answers. And you guys come back in 2 minutes. Thank you, and come back.
You are listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting, Birmingham, Alabama.